Hi, seventh grade. So we're going to be taking a look at page 448, noun clauses as subjects. So let's go through this together. So dependent clauses can be used as nouns. These clauses are called noun clauses. Function as subjects, complements, appositives, direct objects, indirect objects, or objects of prepositions. Although a noun clause is a basic part of the main clause and cannot be eliminated from the sentence, it is still a dependent clause. A noun clause used as a subject generally takes the singular form of the verb. Compare these sentences. My surprise must have been written all over my face. That I was surprised must have been written all over my face. In the first sentence, the noun surprise is the subject. In the second sentence, the clause that I was surprised is the subject. The clause does the work of a noun, and so it is a noun clause. Okay, so remember that this is a dependent clause, which means it cannot stand alone. It has to be part of something else. Okay, most noun clauses begin with one of the following introductory words: how, that, what, whatever, when, where, whether, who, whoever, whom, whomever, and why. So these are good words to be looking for when you're looking to begin your noun clause. Okay, so look for one of those words. It's not always going to be there, but it's often going to be there, one of these words. So how do these noun clauses, which are italicized, function? That our project would be a time capsule was never in doubt. Whoever is interested can participate in the project. In the first sentence, the noun clause is the subject of the verb was. And in the second sentence, it is the subject of can participate. In the first sentence, that introduces the clause but serves no specific purpose within the dependent clause. In the second sentence, however, whoever acts as the subject of the dependent clause. What is the verb? You are right if you said is. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of other things. So first of all, noun clauses are definitely wordier than a traditional subject, right? So when we're using it as a subject, it's going to have a lot more words. Traditionally, a subject may be just one or two words, depending if it's maybe a compound word or something like that, or a proper noun or something along that line. But in this case, you'll notice that these subjects are a lot wordier. They're several words long, right? So this could be a good way to kind of change up your writing a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting, but we also don't want to use these noun clauses when we're writing as subjects all of the time, because sometimes there's just a cleaner way to say something. And that kind of goes back to our very first examples here where it says, my surprise must have been written all over my face. So surprise is the subject there, and that's a very easy, simple, direct way of saying the subject. And then the second sentence, that I was surprised must have been written all over my face. That I was surprised, also functioning here as a subject, is a much wordier way of saying surprise, right? So we can use this in our writing, but we also want to make sure that we don't use it all of the time. It's just kind of a good way to vary things every once in a while. So looking at exercise 1, identify the noun clause used as a subject in each sentence. Identify the introductory word. Okay, so those introductory words can be very helpful in helping you figure out where the noun clause begins, and then typically it ends right before the verb. That's why it's important to find the verb in the sentence as well. So please go through exercise 1. It's going to help you greatly when you get to exercise 2. So let's take a look at number 1. That time capsules are popular is an undisputed fact. So the first thing you want to do is look for your introductory word. Okay, that's the first thing to do. Once you find your introductory word, this time it's that, then you can say, okay, where does this subject end? Okay, and that's usually right before the verb. So let's take a look. That time capsules are popular. So that's going to be our subject, that whole noun clause there. It starts with the introductory word that, and then it ends with popular right before the verb is. Okay, so that's going to be important. So look for that. Look for your introductory word to start the clause, and then look that it ends before your verb. That's typically how it works. Okay, number 2, why these capsules are so popular isn't clear. So first of all, once again, looking for your introductory word, in this case, why, and then where does this subject end? Okay, it comes before the verb, talking about these capsules again. So why these capsules are so popular, coming before the verb is, once again. Okay, so let's have you continue working on exercise 1. Go through those, make sure you're on the right track. And you're going to do up to number 5 for practice. And I'll include that in the attachments, okay? And then you're going to do 6 through 12 as your assignment. Please practice numbers 1 through 5. It will really help you in getting through the next part of this exercise as your assignment. Once again, look for that introductory word, and then what is it really talking about? Remember, that's the subject is the who or what of the sentence, and it should end right before the verb. Okay, so practice 1 through 5 and then do 6 through 12 as the assignment. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.